Moto Guzzi Guzzi. What is going on, everybody? We are out here at the Motoplex West Chester. We are about to hop on this Moto Guzzi V7. Look at this bad boy. I have never been on a Moto Guzzi before, so this is going to be interesting. We got my guy Joe, Philly Two Wheels, right here. He's hopping on this one, and I will be on this one. So this is going to be an interesting experience. Stay tuned. We'll see how it goes. Alright, everybody, what is up? As you can see, like I said in the intro, we are on a Moto Guzzi V7. This thing is all blacked out. I'm liking the look of this thing. But anyways, like I said, we're out here at Motoplex West Chester. They're doing a little open house. They had some demos on Moto Guzzis and Apariglias. So I was like, hey man, I gotta get out here and check this out. Never been on a Moto Guzzi before. So this is pretty interesting as we get out on the highway here. So like I said, Moto Guzzi V7. This thing is an 850cc bike. It's got about 65 horsepower and I believe around like 73 foot-pounds of torque or something. So it is a 90-degree V-twin, and one of the things that I'll show you a little bit later is it's got that, like, the heads are sticking out this way instead of, you know, I'm so used to the Harley's V-twins coming this way. But pretty cool, interesting experience we got going on right now. So obviously the Moto Guzzis, these are the Italian bikes from Italy. I think they might be like the oldest continuously produced European bikes or something like that, I was reading. Like I said, honestly, I don't know too much about these, but I like trying out as many different bikes as I can. Trying to get all these different experiences, see what all these different bikes are about. This bike is a 6-speed as well. There's Joe on that bike right there. Yeah. That's kind of funny. You can feel it twist with the way that the engine sits. When you rev it, kind of wants to do that little twist right there with the way that the engine's sitting out. So anyways, let's talk about the feel of this bike here. So kind of like a mid to rear with the, no, I would say more mid. I mean, my feet are kind of right underneath of me, but you do have a leaned over position on the bike. It is pretty comfortable. My knees are just a little bit over my toes, but not too much. The seat is pretty wide, pretty cushy. And I gotta be honest, I really like the way that this thing is riding. Really comfortable suspension. Of course, you got the exposed rear shocks in the back. So the riding position, you are upright with just a little bit of a forward lean. And I tell you what, man, this 850 engine has some pep to it. This thing is real nice and smooth, a good, clean, crisp. The only thing that I'm getting used to is the clutch is a little bit long. You don't hit that friction zone. You really got to kind of like let it out quite a bit before you hit that friction zone. But yeah, the clutch feels just like a little long until you hit that friction zone. Just something to get used to. The Sportster is just a little bit quicker to get that release and get going. But yeah, very quick, very nimble, very responsive, very tight handling position. I'm not used to being kind of like, I'm used to, you know, more of that cruiser of like the Sportster being upright, which is a position I like, but I gotta be honest, I could get used to this position. I'm up pretty tight against the tank here. I mean, this thing is like super tight and nimble with this handling. I think these come in somewhere around like 460, 470 pounds. at their operating weight, so about 100 pounds, almost less than the Sportster, with almost the same power of this air-cooled engine. Like I said, it's 850 cc's, but it's putting out about 65 horse, like 73 foot-pounds of torque, I believe, from what I saw. So the brakes feel real good bite to them. A lot of confidence in the braking and handling going around the turns so far, at least from what I've experienced. Man, it's so interesting with the way that these heads sit. When you downshift, you can feel that thing twisting in such a different way than the V-twin of the Harley. Ooh, this will just come right into those turns. That's nice. Man, I say it every time I get on another bike. Oh my god, everything is just so much smoother than the Sportster. But I'm sorry, Sportster, I love you, I love you. Oh, here we go, coming through some windiness. So I'm hitting some bumps there, and this suspension is real nice and cushy. I like what we got going on here with this Moto Guzzi V7. So I think this bike would be really good for like the city commuter, for example. It's very quick, small, agile, nimble. Like, this would be very cool to have around Philly. I like the way it looks. Very responsive, very quick. You can duck and dodge in and out of traffic, for example. Yeah, I like this thing, man. I gotta be honest. This is a nice little bike right here. So like I said, handling feels really good and tight. You can really kind of maneuver this thing around. Wind it up a little bit there, click into the next gear. Good positive shift between gears. This is a 6-speed transmission. Uh-oh, we got some more highway coming up out here. Yeah, this definitely has a nice kick to it. A lot of confidence in the power and the braking, I will say. The power is pretty much immediate, right there on demand for you. Like when I just merged into that highway, I needed a bit extra, hit it, bam, got right in there. So now we're up here cruising at highway speed. Feels pretty good, feels pretty tight and stable. The position might get to you after a little while on the highway, but I mean, me coming from a Sportster, I don't think it would bother me that much at all as far as the position. Easy change in lanes. Man, I'll tell you what, this is a nice little bike right here. I'm liking this. I'm really enjoying this experience right now. If anybody's ever been out there on a Moto Guzzi, man, let me know what you think of these things. I know they're fairly common in the city of Philly. I see them a decent amount. Not a whole lot, but I do see them around. And with that said, you know, who is this bike going to be for? I think this would be a great city bike, to be honest with you. The way that you can just flick this, juke and jive, a lot of responsive, quick power to get you in and out of some certain spots. Good braking from light to light. But, I mean, as you saw, you can get out there and crush some miles on it. A little bit of highway, keeps right up to speed. Planted, firm, comfortable on the highway. Pretty enjoyable ride, I gotta be honest. I wasn't sure what to expect getting on this thing as far as the position, the riding position, or the style of this bike. But I gotta be honest, this is a pretty cool experience. I think we're getting back close to the dealer here, so huge shout out to Motoplex West Chester letting us hop on some of these bikes today. Some different Moto Guzzis, some Apparelias, some sport bikes. I wasn't too interested in riding those, but here we go. Let's pull this bad boy back in. So that's gonna wrap up a little look at the Moto Guzzi V7. Pretty cool experience. Oh my god, that was nice, dude.
The suspension was lovely.
Cushy.
Was good too. I couldn't get used to the way it winds up though.
It wind up quick.
It did. But that shift to the rumble was.
So here's another close-up look at this Moto Guzzi here, V7 Stone. You can see how these heads stick out to the side, unlike what I'm used to with the Sportster coming in like that, but Great looking bike. I love this flat black color. Give you a look from the other side here too. Take a look at this exhaust coming out both sides. Cool bike, man. That was a great experience. A little other look at the rest of the lineup there. Some cool bikes out here today. So thanks again to Motoplex out here in West Chester for that quick little ride on that Guzzi. That was a blast. I guess now we'll be hopping back on the Sportster, take a quick little rip back into the city. But as always, if you like riding around, talking bikes, checking out different bikes, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video. Let me know what you think about that ride on the Guzzi there and if you've ever been on one. As always, ride safe out there. Make it a good one. We'll catch you on the next one. It's the Moto John. We'll see you all on down the road. Peace.